This is a video just for local folks in Morganton, Valdese, although anybody around the world might have fun seeing it. Very often on Interstate 40 there might be accidents, and it's hard to get between Morganton and Valdese on Interstate 40. So that is, if you had gone straight there instead of making this right turn, I was headed north there. But anyway, that was I-40 exit 106, I believe is what that is. I think we're headed up to 107. So what I'm going to show is how I get home. It takes 10 minutes longer, but I'm going to show how I get home if there's an accident on I-40. And it happens at least probably a couple times a month that traffic will get all backed up and you don't want to take Interstate 40 home. And so I'll show you a little bit of the countryside. This is a route that some of my friends just asked me about because I told them I've got kind of a weird little back road way. So what you're gonna get to see is some back roads in Burke County that connect Morganton with Valdese. So I'm headed east and at the same time avoiding Interstate 40. Now if you look up there, you see that Drexel sign that's up ahead of us, that is Interstate 40 right over there. So we're running parallel to it right now on this kind of, and I'm going slow. I'm not trying to burn up the road. I'm trying to tell the story. That's High Peak Mountain over there. I'll get a, that's where the comm towers are. I'll get an out the window shot of it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go across Interstate 40, and this should be exit 107, but so far we've avoided all traffic. It's always real laid back. Like I said, this is a twisty, windy little country route, but I'm doing this more for my friends. But you never can tell. People might enjoy this. So we could keep on going and get on Interstate 40 over there, but we're going to go across Interstate 40. So we'll look back at it down here. So that was looking back west, and if I wanted to go west, I'd take this little exit right here, and that is probably the most dangerous exit on ramp maybe in all of North Carolina. It's super short. It can't be more than hardly 100 yards long, and you got to go like from 0 to 70 in about 100 yards to get into traffic. It's crazy. A lot of little accidents that happen there. So over here is the what's this nursery called? I cannot remember the name of it. Oh my goodness, it's a very popular local nursery. And they got good pumpkins this year, it looks like. Settlemire Nursery. I'm going to turn right at Settlemire Nursery. Now the old Settlemire Nursery used to be right over here, and they still have their, they still grow a lot of stuff over here, but then they sell it across the road. So folks, this is kind of a, like I say, backroads way. I'm gonna stick the camera out the window and I'll do narration from the studio from here on. So I'm in the studio and I thought I'd just show you a little bit of the countryside. Like I say, this is not the prettiest part of Burke County, but it's interesting. I enjoy seeing it, and I enjoy this ride home whenever I take this. Now, there are two routes. I'll probably say that later on in this video. You can go on the south side of 40 over to Valdese, which is what I usually do, but I've kind of started favoring this one, this other route that I'm going to show you, which stays north of I-40 the whole way. But here you get to just see some of the pretty little residential areas, and you know, this is very much the back roads. This is the parts of Burke County you're not going to see usually, like on a tourist video or anything. This is just how the regular folks live. And so I'm just showing you left and right some of the houses and what the terrain and everything looks like. It's very much a hilly little region. And so we'll get up here and we'll take a right, as I recall. It's funny watching this. instead of driving and doing it. So here I'm going to pick back up with my commentary again as I get up here close to High Peak Baptist Church. That's what you're seeing there on the left. So here I'll do some more commentary. By the way, I'm shooting this with a GoPro Hero 12, and I'm at the intersection of Cook Road and whatever this is. High Peak Road, maybe? That's High Peak Baptist Church over there. We're going to turn right. And we're going to take Milton Road to the left here in a minute. So I've tried numerous ways back and forth to bypass getting on I-40. Ordinarily, I-40 from Morganton to Valdese is less than 10 minutes. It's like 8 or 9 minutes because people just busted up and down the road. You will be surprised how many accidents can happen there, though. You're seeing a bunch of kudzu here. I'm just staying pretty far right where those people are walking their dog. Kudzu, for those of you who don't know, was brought to North Carolina as a it's that vine that's hanging out all so many of the trees. I'll be quiet here. Me and Walt will do some more commentary. Okay, so here we are at High Peak, and what was this road? Jocument or something like that? Jacob Road? I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna back up just a second and see. No, Jocument Road. Okay. Now we're gonna go straight across, and we're gonna be on Milton Road. Again, that's Interstate 40 over there. There's another way you can go that way that goes on the south side of 40, but this one seems to get to Valdese quicker if you're gonna go downtown Valdese. So I was talking about kudzu, and you'll see it in a lot of places in a lot of these videos once you get off the road, and it's just a vine that was brought here to deter erosion, and then it just took over. And there's places in the south where it just eats everything up. It just, you can see there, it just covers up all kinds of trees. If a field or something is left unattended and it starts growing there, it will totally cover everything. It will kill everything, just choke it out. The thing that's interesting is like goats and cows love to eat it. So if you turn a bunch of cattle out into a field, eventually it'll kill all the kudzu or goats as well. They love to eat that stuff, munch on it. But that's what you're seeing, a lot of that along on this little way. You'll see it all over the place. Here's some more commentary from me. We're going to stay on Milton here. So this little road, Milton Road, was one that I found. I don't even look on maps for these. I mean, I could sit down there and plot a course, but I just have a good sense of direction in this area. And even though this looks like it would be twisty-turny, crazy, it does actually add about 8 or 9 minutes to the drive. And it's, like I say, it's interesting. It's better than just hauling it out I-40, because people drive so crazy out there, man. It's like they're in a race anymore. And you know, I'd say there's an accident every at least 2 a month. That's probably being generous. People just haul it up and down there, so I feel more safe when I get on the back roads, unless I'm in a big hurry. I take little drives like this, and it's cool to see what's going on in the neighborhoods. Hopefully you don't mind my commentary here. I'll fill it up instead of just listening to wind sounds while I've got the GoPro out the window. I like sticking the GoPro out because you'll get a good, crisp, sharp view of what you're seeing, and you can stop on any frame. And if you want to look at a house or something, and just pause the video on any frame, and it looks nice and sharp. Shot in 4K with a Hero 12, and here comes some more from the road commentary. We're going to get here, we're going to keep on going, kind of bear around to the left. I'm not even sure what goes out that way. I'd like to check it out sometime. I think it's a dead end though. So now you can see we're in the town of Valdese, their town limit. About that direction, if I'd gone right instead of left there, it still goes back and joins up with where I'm headed. So that's a viable way to go too. It's a little longer and it's more curvy. This one, even though it looks plenty curvy, is way less so than the other one. I think this one's a little shorter, taking this little further northern route into Valdese. So you're going to come into sort of the back streets of Valdese here just a minute. We are in the town area, town limits. I like that rock house back there to the left. So pretty soon we'll be coming to, well, these are the residential neighborhoods, but it gets a little thicker as you go toward the middle of town. And so we're going to end up in sort of south
West Valdese. That we are actually at this point, but we'll make the turn right here.
Now at this stop sign, I turn right. See, we're on Milton, and Lord, I don't know what this little road is. This is kind of a cool building over here. I've always thought, this kind of box-shaped house. Now I could go bear right and go around that way. I usually turn left here though, because it just gets me. I'm gonna have to kind of circumvent this little block.
Now I'm going to turn left up here, and it's going to get us out on what's called Praley Street, which is sort of one of the main streets in the south, sort of the south central part of Valdese. So that's what we're going to be revealed onto here just in a moment.
And we're going to turn left here. Now for most local people, you know where you are at this point. This is Praley Street here, or Praley. Now, to go back to my house, I would take a right here, and I would go, because I live back on Mineral Springs Mountain, and I can do some crisscrossing and get right on over to the house. I'm going to take us into Valdese, though, just to show the proximity of town, just to show where town is. We got elections going on, Ward Harvey Ogle. You can see there's signs everywhere. This is September 30th is what today is. We're on Praley Street. I think it's Praley.
So now back in the studio again, and we're going north, headed into the main part of Valdese. We're going to end up sort of over close to the Old Rock School and Myra's, which are sort of very familiar places in Valdese if you've ever visited. So this may be totally new to people who have not driven this area. I mean, this is, like I said, I'm just showing you the regular old back streets of the town. A lot of times people they'll get off on Interstate 40, exit 113 or exit 111, 111. And they'll just go into town and not see any of this. Now that's an old hosiery mill, I'm pretty sure, there to the left. And I think it's vacant now. And then I'm going to show you here in a minute that's the Alba Waldensian building to the right, which is awesome. Wish I had the money to buy that. It's for sale now. It's killer. I'll talk about that a little bit later. You'll see it. It used to be the headquarters for. It's right there to the right. I didn't show it. We'll show you when I come around the block. It used to be Alba Waldensian
now this
bread.
is going to bring us out right at I think sort of close to Myra's. Yeah, over here at First Citizens Bank. Over there's the Old Rock School. This is Main Street, Valdese. Might as well show you that while I'm here. Even though for the locals, you've seen it 1,000 times.
Now what I decided to do on this video is take people that maybe have not seen the main part of town. Like I say, a lot of people just come into town and go downtown and do something, see the classic cars or something, or go shop, or go to one of the restaurants or pubs or something, and they don't cruise around on the back street. So I decided to go ahead and do that. I didn't just make a beeline for the house. I thought, well, I'll show y'all a little bit. That's the old Presbyterian church, First Presbyterian. It's very important in Valdese culture, and you're seeing just basically what downtown is, and just doctor offices, lawyer offices, financial places. That's called Bimbo Bakeries. It used to be Alba Waldensian, where Sunbeam bread was made, but that's what you're looking at there. And we'll go ahead and go into town. I'm pretty sure I took you on a little town tour.
Since I'm sort of sharing this with the world, I might as well show you a little bit more of like a back street or so in Valdese, so you see what it's about. That's pretty cool right there.
That's the Methodist church there to the left. and then the public library just after that. That's what you're looking at right there. And then you're just going to see some of the, regular old homes. This is what the homes look like in town. And so you'll see a good bit of this, and we'll go along the backside of that's the backside of the Presbyterian Church over there. They got really pretty grounds. And it's a great place to take your dog out and walk around on these back streets, the sidewalks and stuff. There's the post office. Might as well take you down here to show you Town Hall. There's the post office. Town Hall, that stone it's made out of is like what all the local stone looks like. Valdese has this real rugged, kind of gnarly looking stone. It's actually kind of pretty, and it's good to build with. I haven't per se built anything out of it, but I've made my little container walls, my little retainer walls. But you see how rough looking it is? The old rock school's built out of the same kind of stuff. It's this very weathered kind of, like I say, kind of gnarly looking rock, but I think it's cool looking. It screams Valdese when you see that kind of stone. Here we go, back with my commentary. That is the old Alba Waldensian building where Sunbeam bread used to be made. That's their corporate headquarters now. I'm not sure what's in it. I guess Alba Corporation maybe still owns it. No, it's for sale. Holy cow, stocker. It'd be cool to own a building like that. It's excellent. Probably sells for $2 million. I don't know. It's a killer. Let's go down this road here. The police department is over there. So I went and looked it up, and believe it or not, that brick building, awesome brick building. I've been inside it many times. We used to have our hospital. The hospital used to have their accounting department there. We rented the basement. And it's less than $1 million for 56,000 square feet. 56,000 square feet, brick building. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. Hard for me to believe that it's selling for that. If I won the lottery, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. If anybody wants to bless me, and I think it's like $975,000, you're going to say, Tony, I'm going to invest $975,000 in you. You make an awesome YouTube studio and graphic design studio, photography. That's what I would do with it. I'd live on one floor and run a business out of the rest of it. But it's awesome. Look at this squirrel. He's funny. Squirrel carrying that nut over there is funny. Now over here is the Valdese Rec Department. The big balloon thing, they put it up usually in September every year. And it keeps the outdoor pool warm, so you can go swim in the winter. It's a great place, the rec center. I'm a member there. It's got a good little workout center. The pool's awesome. A great gym for playing some basketball in. It even has a bowling alley in the basement of it, and it's a lot of fun. This center here was built maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I guess it's more of a community center. It's got a kids playground and stuff there with it. Not exactly sure what they call it. So friends, I don't know if I need to give a whole lot more commentary. We're headed back out toward Highway 70, and so basically we're going to get on 70 for about maybe 100 yards. So Highway 70 is something I've been avoiding in this video. A lot of people would just ask, why didn't you just get on 70? When there's an accident, people will detour to that. You can barely get up and down because it has a lot of stops and lights. Different back roads, but I'll go ahead and pull in here, show you Los Compadres, and show you the big mural on the building over there. Los Compadres is a pretty popular Mexican restaurant here. So Main Street, which is what you're seeing here, is Highway 70. And so it's just, it used to be the old way to get between Marion and Morganton and Valdese, and then on over to Hildebrand, Ichard, and on into Hickory. It took forever before they got I-40 built. They finished it when I was a little boy. So here we're pretty much coming to an end as to what I was trying to accomplish with this video, which is show my friends how to take back roads and get between Morganton and Valdese. So I'm going to turn right here. This is where East Valdese Baptist Church is. That's what you're seeing right there. And that is Mineral Springs Mountain Avenue. We were looking at up ahead there, Mineral Springs Mountain up there ahead. And that's where I live, up on that mountain. And we continue on, but I think the video ends here just in a moment.
So friends, there's so much more of Valdese I can show you. It goes on a pretty good little ways. There are all kind of different neighborhoods. Thought I would just share that with those of you who like to subscribe to the channel and see what's going on in my little world. This sort of is my little world. What you've seen is sort of typical of what Valdese is like, but also kind of what the back roads are like that connect little towns. A lot of people would ride Highway 70 if they were avoiding I-40. Sometimes that gets jammed up, kind of weird. I like taking little back roads and stuff. It's just different. And so that was my special little route to get from Morganton to Valdese. And I could have driven it a lot faster, but I didn't. I took my time so you guys could see. And hopefully the video is watchable and you enjoyed it. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like. If there are any places in Burke County, Catawba County, McDowell County, Caldwell County that you guys would like to see, let me know and I'll ride around and show you. It's fun to do this kind of thing. Thanks.